and I'm just gonna drop it in. Done. That's it. That's it. That's all you watch this video for. How we doing, YouTube? Welcome to Thomas with Tomology. I'm Thomas. I'm going to go through some things with you real quick. Um, the quickest, easiest way to install Microsoft without a local account, or if you want to debloat, there's numerous and numerous things that we can do here. All right, I have all the links to everything in the description. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to come to Windows. So, you go to Microsoft and you download. So, what you want to do, so you can do this two different ways. I'm going to show you two different ways. Both of them are super easy, super quick. The first one is we're going to download the installation media. So now it's undownloaded. So of course you're going to go to your download file, folder, and I'm going to run the installer. So it's going to get some things ready. I already have it's overkill, but I got a 256 thumb drive ready to go, formatted. Everything's all ready to go. Never use the recommendation from this PC because you're wanting to make a fresh copy, so you don't have no settings, no nothing from. If there is something going on with your PC, it doesn't, ain't affecting nothing. So you want to go ahead and make a USB flash drive. Needs to be at least 8 gigs. Hit next. So here's one right here, which is the one I have. I'm gonna hit next. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and time lapse it from here, and then I'll show you the next process. Like I said, it's super super easy. All right, so depending on how fast your system is going to be how fast this, completes. So it just completed. So when you go to your PC, here you have everything. This is your boot drive right here that you just made. So you can stick this in and you can go through and it's going to make you put um, a Microsoft account and all that and password. And that's what we're trying to bypass. That way we don't have to do all that. So next thing we're going to do, again, link will be in the description, is we're going to go to GitHub. GitHub, we're going to look for the XML. And so here you can get some custom XMLs. A lot of people do this standard, and they already did everything they want. I don't like that. I like to create my own. So all you do is you click on the create the own, and then you come through here and you figure out what you want. So yes, yes, yes. Make sure it's on 64-bit. Bypass requirements. Me personally, I choose a name. So like me, I'll put, and then my main computer. Me, I choose partition the disk on as I'm installing. That way I have multiple hard drives on here. So if I ever redo anything, I have one hard drive that has like all my backup on it. And instead of taking apart all my water cool stuff to get to that drive, if I choose this here, it's going to automatically go to drive 0. But just to make sure, and I never have a hiccup, I never let it do it. I want to do it as it's going through. Same thing with the right here. So you can use a generic product key, and so it will generic product key you, so you can just boot in and you're done. And then when you get in, then you activate your Windows from there, or enter the product key during setup, which is what I do. Make sure though, if you use the generic, if you choose Pro, that you have a Pro version. Because if you have a home version key, you're going to go buy a Pro version key. So me, I enter it as a command. All right. I had to learn the hard way on this one here. Well, it wasn't too bad, but so doing it this way here, you're always the admin. Once you install it, you're the admin. You don't have to right click and have run as admin no more. So for one, I'm going to take a user off and then there's no password. But for admin, if I put my name here and I leave password as password, is going to be there. So you actually have to delete password out of there. So you just go through and you figure out what you're gonna do and how you would like yours set up is what you're doing. So you can disable Windows Defender. Um, and there again, some of these though, after we're done with this whole step, we're gonna have one more step after it's installed, which you can debloat and install things if you want. And I'm gonna show you that as well. So I'm gonna configure the wireless throughout. I run Ethernet, so I don't have to worry about that. Now you can come in here. So like me, a lot of people are taking Copilot off. I don't mind Copilot. It's not that big of a deal. It's not eating a lot of my resources. I take off Internet Explorer. I take off OneDrive. I take off Bing and Cortana. And I think that's it. That's all I do on mine. Everything else I'll leave the same. So now you're done. Now you done made it all up. Down here at the bottom, you want to download your XML file. Click download. So now it downloaded your XML file. Drop my cell phone. Not that I need it. All right, so you're gonna go to your downloads. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new folder. So now here's my XML file. Okay, I'm gonna open up the Windows USB that I just did. I'm gonna take this XML file and I'm just gonna drop it in. Done. That's it. That's it. That's all you watch this video for. So I'm gonna give you another way here in a minute too that also can do it. But that's it. Once you go through the process, you'll partition your drive just like normal. You can take it off where it does it by itself if it's a fresh install and you only have one drive. You can do that throughout the process. Then take out what you want right there at the end of it. You just take off what you want right in this section right here. Remove the bloatware. You can remove everything in here if you wanted to. If you don't use the Xbox apps, I do. So I game my son's on Xbox in a different household, and I game with him and talk to him. So I leave that on here until he gets a little older and we get him Discord and I get him all set up. He's just young right now. Xbox is all he wants. You don't want Windows Media Player Classic on here. You don't want Paint 3D. Oh, excuse me. You delete what you want or remove the bloatware that you want to. Very, very easy, simple. This right here has this. I have another video up of showing how you go through command prompt. This actually outdoes command prompt. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up and get ready for the second way I'm going to show you. All right. So the second way that we're going to do this is instead of creating a install file, you're going to actually download the iOS. So we're doing Windows 11 multi edition because you have like me, I have Pro. So I'm selecting that download. So now you follow the steps of what it tells you to do. All right, choose which one. We go on English, United States. Okay, confirm. Again, this right here is going to be, so it created the ISO. However fast your computer is and your internet, that's how fast this will do. All right, so here I have it. It's downloaded right here. So now the next program we're going to use is called Rufus. So you come in here and you download Rufus. You can do either their normal or their portable. So a lot of people do the portable, like Tex put it on the portable. That way, if they're putting it on multiple machines, me personally, I really don't see a huge difference in the two. So, anyways, you download one of them. So we'll go down to back to my download. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and install it. All right, so I got everything set up. So I'm going to select my image where the ISO is. We're going to come through, quick format. This is underneath advanced. Make sure everything's set up. Okay, now we're going to start. Now on the start, once you hit start, you can remove the requirements for 4 gigs plus RAM and the secure boot and the TPM 2.0. So I have an older laptop that I like to run Windows 11 on. It's really good, and Windows 11 runs really nice on it, even though it's 5th gen i5 or 6th gen i5, something like that. But this is a little network server for Plex Media Server. But anyways, so you can create your local account name, but I'll create all that whenever I boot into it. So you can disable a couple things, hit OK. Warning, everything is going to be deleted. Hit OK. And then I will be right back. Once this progress is done, this will be time lapse. All right. So that's number two. That's your second one right there. You're done. You're over. You put it in your computer. Your thumb drive's there. Everything's there, done and over with. So now that method two, so that was two different methods. Again, depending on how fast your computer is how they're going to do. So real quick, so I can show you, I'm going to go into my computer and voila, there it is, all set up, ready to go for you. So that literally, that's all you have to do. I mean, they're simple. So each one of those took roughly, so creating a media and then adding the XML to it took roughly 12, 13 minutes. And then doing the Rufus took about 20 minutes. So, and there again, that's on a 13700K, 4090, 64 gigs of RAM. I mean, fully loaded PC besides, the processor not being super, super high. All right. So for the last thing, we're going to run, let me go ahead and this bother me. We're going to run Chris Titus's script. So what you do is you come down here to PowerShell, you find Windows PowerShell, run as administrator. Once you're in here, again, I will leave the link in the description. We're just going to come here and we're going to type in for Chris Titus. Again, you're not installing nothing. You're just tapping into basically wormholes through the internet all the way over to Chris Titus's server. He's been around for a while. Anyway, so in here, now we can install things. So say tweaks, we can disable things, configure, updates. So let's see. Let me open this up a little bit more. So I mean, say you have a brand new you debloated, you didn't have Windows Edge or nothing installed whenever you debloated um your software, your Windows. So you come here and you just automatically type in the PowerShell, and then you can install Chrome from this point right here. So again, Discord. I mean, anything that you want. I mean, he has a lot of stuff on here. MSI Afterburn. Uh, eh, Again, if you did something and you want to go ahead and put OneDrive in here, here it is. Here's your Visual C++. So we have everything on here. I'm actually looking for 7-zip. I think I'm having a brain catastrophe right now. Thought it was right here. All right, let's see. Communications, development. What else we got here? Classify, or classify in categories. It's really nice, man. Shout outs, kudos to, big kudos out to Chris Titus, man. I mean, he's smart. I wished I could have learned half of this until my later age in life, whenever I was younger. Oh, there it is. So here's 7-zip. I want 7-zip in here. But here's your multimedia tools. Handbrake, FreeCAD, which is like I believe like an AutoCAD. Blender. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put Blender in here. Plex Media Server, Spotify. I mean, there's just so many in here. So now Uh, Install what's selected. So now I'll bring it over here. Now it's going to install. There's 7-zip right there being installed. I mean, this is I mean so simple. I mean, we had the tools here. People made it easy, and then they're not even asking money for it. I mean, you can always donate to them, but let it run, let it do its thing. So you can create a resource point. You can do different things in the tweaks, advanced tweaks. Remove OneDrive if you don't want it. Oh yeah, I want to make sure I remove Microsoft Edge. I never want that to do. Uh, just seeing if there's anything else. I don't know whoever would want to. Again, someone else might leave a comment below. Who would ever want to, disable IPv6, especially if you're a gamer? I believe IPv6 and IPv4 are both needed. I've seen some of the um, Call of Duties, man. That the minute I put IPv6 on, I went from a moderate or a strict connection years ago, like during advanced warfare and stuff, and boom, brought me to an open connection. All right, I'm just gonna do that right there. I'm gonna remove the edge, make sure it's not in here, and then run tweak. So now it's running the script to remove edge. Tweak is finished, done. I mean, method one, method two, I mean, very quick, easy. And like I said, it bypasses any Microsoft logins, any of their security. You can disable and do what you want. It's very easy to debloat and take things out that you do not want. Again, Thomas of Tomology. Catch y'all in the next one.